Shame. How do you feel about that word? What happens when I simply say that? Shame, ashamed. And then let's double down. Rejected, abandoned, alone. They're pretty powerful words, and even more powerful as emotional experiences. In fact, they align very closely with one of the greatest, most significant phobias that humans have, which is a fear of public speaking. Why? Because speaking in front of a crowd means that you could screw up, you could be rejected, abandoned, or shamed. As humans, we are actually hardwired to experience the feeling of shame. Go figure, right? I mean, it's such an awful feeling when we feel shamed by others or when we're shaming ourselves. Yet it's hardwired into our biology. As Yuval Noah Harari highlights in his fabulous book, Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, the cognitive revolution that began about 70,000 years ago and foundationally changed where humans are on the feeding chart of all of the mammals was based in human relationships. And as Yuval says, tongue in cheek, the ability for humans to gossip, to know which tribe members were on our side and which weren't, to keep ourselves safe, to have trust and loyalty. And shame went hand in hand with fears of being abandoned and rejected, and also coincided deeply with experiences of power amongst our species. Why am I focusing on this? Well, because it's important to me, for all of us, including myself, to understand where these deeply painful emotional experiences come from, but also to put some context around them. Because basically what we're recognizing in the field of neuroscience and evolutionary psychology, and some of us, we've known this for quite some time, is that when we feel shame, it's because our brain is going, I need you to stay alive. Staying alive is important. And shame keeps us alive because, as we know, as an organism, we're pretty weak. And if we don't have a village of people around us, we're not going to survive very long. So the next time you experience a moment of shame, I'd just like to give yourself a pat on the back for being survival focused. I invite you to change the meaning of that experience and reflect on, hey, why is this emotional data point here? Have I legitimately done something that puts me at risk of being rejected from this village or being kicked out of my village? Now, shame does have a healthy utilitarian purpose in that it keeps us in alignment with general social norms, but we want to be assessing inwardly if those social norms work for us. That's agency and personal empowerment. So again, the next time you experience a moment of shame, zoom out, check in. What's happening? Why is this yellow flag for my amygdala showing up that feels like shame? Is this appropriate? Have I done something that risks me being removed from a village that matters to me? Or perhaps am I bringing an experience from my past into the present moment? As we know, Amy's really amazing at sourcing up past experiences and stampeding them into our present day life. And oftentimes they don't belong in the present moment. And finally, is this a village that you want to belong to? That's critical. Oftentimes we have villages that may have served us in the past, but are no longer serving us right now. And so asking that question gives you permission to step back and take a more spacious as well as empowered framework of, does this village matter to me? Especially if you're feeling shame. Is this the right fit for you? Or maybe it's time to find a new village. It's a joy being on your healing journey. And let's take back shame. Let's give it a new meaning, or let's take it back to the old reason that it exists in the first place. Are we okay? And do we like the people we're hanging out with? I'll talk to you soon.